Okay, hello. Welcome to this reading. I am going to be doing a reading for Nowruz because it is the Baha'i New Year as well as the Persian New Year. I believe also Lunar New Year, Astrological New Year. Like it's a good time to do this reading. So, beginning of spring, just wonderful timing. So, I'm going to shuffle for two different groups. They're going to be represented by two separate goddess cards. I'll show you as they come out which cards they are. I might have to cover them because some of these ladies have their boobies out. But yeah, let's get into it. I think I already said this. I grew up Baha'i. I'm not Baha'i anymore, but I'm very close to the faith, and it just really was on my heart to do this reading today. Like I was thinking about doing it yesterday, but I really wanted to wait for Nowruz. Like I don't know. Okay. All right. So group one. What is group one? What is group one's card? Okay. Sorry. What card wants to represent group one? What card wants to be signified for group one? What card wants to come out for group one? You have to flip all the way out, please. Thank you. We have Artemis with selfhood. I'll show y'all. This Artemis with selfhood. Sorry that it's reversed. All right, Artemis with selfhood. And now group two. Please bring out a card representing group two. What card represents group two? What goddess oracle card is going to represent group two here? Gotta flip all the way out. Ooh, okay. And we have growth with Eostre. Eostre. Let's see how to pronounce her name. Eostre. I was all the way off. Eostre. Really beautiful card to come out. Really beautiful cards to come out, but this one in particular, just because she symbolizes springtime, new growth, and rebirth. Artemis. Let's see what Artemis represents in case you guys want to know. Oh my gosh, the domain of moon, virgin, huntress, and childbirth. But she was multidimensional before she was reduced by the Greeks. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to start with group one. I'll show you guys both of these at the same time. Okay, we have Artemis and Eostre. Sorry, I had to cover up Artemis. Okay, let's get into group one with Artemis. Thank you. Okay, group one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at the main theme of this year, the main challenge you will face this year, your main strength that you'll like embrace more, lean into more, or discover this year. The advice from your guides and where you'll be at the end of this year. I hope, yeah, I think that should be good. I'm hoping this doesn't go on too long. I have a habit of talking a lot, so let's see. We have the main theme. What's the main theme of this year? I'll take two cards for that. Take two cards for the main theme. We have Son of Coins. Main theme. One more card, please. Oh, beautiful. And Daughter of Baskets. Okay. With Son of Coins and Daughter of Baskets being your main theme, open-heartedness, playfulness, and a willingness to see and embrace not just the complexities of life, but the complexities of love, I think is going to be a huge theme. I think being a beginner and taking action despite your knowing that you may make mistakes is going to be a big theme. I think you're going to well, we'll see. Okay, and I'll go through all the cards. I might go back through them. Sorry, this is obviously first group, so I'm still figuring out how I'm going to do this, but that's all I'll say for these cards now. At the end, when I read Artemis with Selfhood, I'll put them all together. I think that's what I'll do. Okay. So that's what I said for Son of Coins and Daughter of Baskets. Just that. Okay. Embracing love, life, and all of its challenges and all of its bright spots with a playful and open-hearted attitude. Yeah. What's the main challenge of this year? What are the main challenge? What's the main challenge of this year? I'll take 2 cards, please. What's the main challenge of this year? What's the main challenge of this year? What's the main challenge of this year? Okay, we have 4 of Wands and the Empress. Main challenge. Those are interesting cards to come out with. Challenge. I'd like to get some clarifiers from another deck. Quickly, let me shuffle these. Sorry for the wait. Main challenge with 4 of Wands and the Empress. Let me see with 4 of Wands. Let's look at 4 of Wands here. Might have some issues staying still. You might be challenged. You might feel urgency. You might be feeling a lot of urgency, and what you're being challenged to do is to stay still. With Son of Coins and Daughter of Baskets, I do get a sense that you, being your main theme, I do get a sense that you're going to feel a lot of antsy energy. And I think that there might be a little bit of this feeling that since you're feeling antsy, you're going to want to do. Sorry. Clarify 4 of Wands and the Empress. Clarify 4 of Wands and the Empress. And we have 7 of Voices and 5 of Inspiration. Interesting. Okay. I would say you might be struggling with comparison. You may not see the fruits of your labor this year, and that might cause you to feel discouraged and compare your journey to others. It's important then that you spend a lot of time celebrating yourself, not your accomplishments, but yourself. I think you're going to be asked to detach from who am I when I'm not creating, and who am I at the end of the day when I'm alone, when I don't have my accomplishments or my achievements. Who am I beyond that? And I think you're going to be asked to really sit with that question. So this might be, that might, like, I think you're going to be, I almost want to say very playful. And there might be this feeling of, I'm not doing enough. I'm just playing around. Because you aren't getting like these huge, you aren't getting like these huge markers of external achievement. But okay, this is what I'm getting so far. You're going to be having a lot of fun, but you're going to feel like you're not doing enough because you're not seeing a lot of markers of external success. So it's going to be like this, like conflict between, I feel good, but do I look good to other people? And you're really going to be asked to lean into, but I feel good, and who cares what other people think of me? The people that really love me and know me, they're proud of me, and I'm proud of me. I think that's going to be a big thing for you this year. And you're really going to be asked to trust the process and to know that something big is coming, even if it doesn't show up in this immediate time frame. Let's see, what are your strengths? What is your main strength this year? 3 of Baskets. Oh, too many cards. One more card, please. Oof. Lord. Cards are kind of acting funny. Mother of Knives. Okay. First of all, with 3 of Baskets, I get, okay. Your main strength this year is going to be your community and your honesty with your community and your belief in yourself. So while you are going to struggle with, like, well, do I have these, you know, do I have these external things? The way you fight against it is through knowledge that you are loved and held, and through knowledge that, like, I am who I am and I can't be anyone else. Mother of Knives is a very self-assured energy. Let me read Mother of Knives, actually, one of the lines. I love this deck so much. Okay. She says she is a survivor who has made peace with the mental, spiritual, emotional, and physical challenges she's faced. She makes direct decisions and values unpretentious communication. She has confidence that she will come out on top in any situation with knowledge gleaned from past experiences. So I think what you're going to realize is, even if I'm not doing, if I'm not, even though I feel a little bit like behind other people, I know that I'm actually blessed to be able to have this time to get to know myself. Like, this is actually a really beautiful blessing. And I know that no matter what, I am a warrior, and I will, and I just heard, and I will rise to fight again, which is, feels kind of like dramatic, but like, you taking this time is like, everybody that loves and cares about you, as shown in 3 of Baskets, everyone that loves and cares about you is going to support you. And even those that love and care about you and don't know why you're doing what you're doing, your Mother of Knives, like, attitude, like, you know what, I do what I need to do, and your ability to set clear boundaries is going to teach others about what it is, that how they need to be, like, I think it's going to help other people as much as it helps you, honestly. Okay, let's see the main advice. Main advice for this collective, for group 1. We have Ace of Knives. Before I even pull another card, what I'm getting with Ace of Knives is to move forward like you know what's going on, even if you don't know what the outcome is. Move forward clearly and confidently, even when you don't know what's going on. I'm not saying fake it till you make it. It's something different. It's not fake it. Like, it's more like know it. Know that the way you're moving is right. Even if you don't know, if you know what your next step is, take that next step confidently. Even if you don't know, if you can't think 3 moves ahead, that's fine. If you know your next move, though, make that move with confidence. Don't feel any type of pressure to, like, figure out, oh, I need this whole chess game, like, played out perfectly. Like, I need to know my every move. You don't. Move forward with confidence. And Ace of Wands. And your next moves will feel divinely guided. Like, your next big moves will feel like divine intervention strikes. Every single time you're making a move that's important, you'll know that you're supposed to make that move, and make that move. Don't be afraid to mix it up. Don't be afraid to make a mistake. Whatever mistakes you make will only make your path clearer in the long run. And let's see, what's the overall energy at the end of this year? Where will they be at the end of this year? Where will this group be at the end of this year? Okay, Father of Knives and Temperance. You're going to be cooking something up. Okay. Let's read Father of Knives is open already. Your decision-making skills are going to be honed this year. There's a reason that you are here, like, that you're going to be playing kind of in a playful mood this year, kind of getting to know, trying new stuff. I get this feeling that you're going to be kind of bad at something this year. And I don't mean that in a negative way. It's just that you're going to be new. You're going to be very new at something. And because you're new at this thing, because you might have made like some sort of career like switch, or in some area of your life you may be kind of pivoting. And so you may just be learning how to do something. And by the end of the year, you're going to have all these ingredients and all this knowledge of how to do things in this area of your life, or it will contribute to a larger project or picture. By the end of this year, you're going to have very strong confidence in your ability to move, in your ability to make a decision and move with confidence. Like, I know I keep saying confidence, but I think your confidence is just going to grow because you're going to stop being so afraid to mess up. And you're going to be, because you're going to celebrate the journey and celebrate every little win along the way, and even see these mistakes and failures as wins. This year is really going to build your ability to be uncomfortable in a way that feels playful, rather than building your ability to be uncomfortable in a way that is scary or dangerous. That's why it's so important to make moves with confidence with Ace of Knives and Ace of Wands, and make moves that feel divinely guided. Because when you do that, you build your trust in yourself and your ability to get up and try again as well. Because you know that, because every time, if you do something as much as possible, you make decisions with as much like this is divinely guided as possible, you'll always be looking for the lesson in it, for the gem in it. And you'll be able to everything you do, everything you make, everything you'll be able to find, okay, well, how is this going to add to my overall knowledge? How is this going to add to my overall, like, to my library? um that's really the energy I get. So this is going to be a really interesting year for you. Let's get selfhood. Let's read the selfhood with Artemis really quick. Here it is. Sorry. Okay. I am who I am, and I know who I am. I can take care of myself under all circumstances, and I can let others care for me. I can choose. There is no authority higher than my own. My powers of discernment are finely honed. I am autonomous. I am free from the influence of others' opinions. I am able to separate that which needs separation so a clear decision can be reached. I think for myself. I set my sights and aim my bow. My arrows always find their mark. So this is really about like you establishing yourself. I think for a long time you've been doing things in other people's shadow or for other people's expectations. So this year is really allowing you to learn how to, and you may be doing those things because you're just naturally good at it, even if you don't enjoy it. Like there may be something that you do that doesn't bring you much enjoyment, but you are kind of like, you can, like, you can just push through and do it. You're used to like just doing that. But this new pivot and this new direction is something that you may not be natural, that you may not have as much skill at, but it's fun for you to try. It's fun for you to learn. And through doing this, you establish yourself, you establish what it is that you're meant to be doing, and you'll become, I think, an expert in the field relatively quickly. Not necessarily an expert like not a top expert, you know what I mean, but like somebody that can be taken on as a, like, you will be able to hold your own. That's what I'm trying to say. You'll be able to hold your own easily in these rooms. And from there, you'll continue to grow. You'll have all the ingredients you need to continue to grow and to continue to be a leader. And I think you will be a leader among, like, I'm getting like rookie of the year vibes. Like, and I'm getting like you grow very quick, like most improved. Like, you'll grow very quickly because you'll be honing in on your confidence, because you'll be establishing who you are. I think this is gonna be a good year for you. I think it'll be challenging, but not in a bad way, in a way that stretches you, like, and it'll be a stretch that feels good even when it's hard. That's what I got for this year. I hope this was helpful. I hope that you have a wonderful year, a wonderful rest of your day. And if you enjoyed this, like, comment, subscribe, and even you can even book a reading with me by DMing me through my Instagram on satya.reads, SATIYA.READS on Instagram. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna move on to group 2. Hello, group 2. Okay, so if you're here, you chose Eostre with growth. I don't know if I showed the last group there. Your card again. Maybe rabbits are significant for you, or bunnies. Maybe springtime. Sorry, I'm trying not to trying to keep it all together. Okay. The way we're going to do this is we're going to do your main theme, then your main challenge, your main strength, your main advice, and where you'll be at the end of this year. All right. All right, let's get into it. What? And we're going to do 2 cards for each, and then if I need more, I'll pull clarifiers from my second deck. What is this group's main theme of this year? What is the main theme of this year? Oh, and then at the end, we're going to look at how all this fits in together, like the overall message based on all the cards that I pulled, and based on what the Goddess Oracle poem says, and etc. Let's see, what's the main theme for this group? What's the main theme this year for this group with growth? What's the main theme in there? This Nowruz and moving forward. What's the main theme for them? For group 2, for Eostre's group, Eostre. Excuse me if I'm saying it wrong. What's the main theme? What's the main theme here? Okay, we have the Chariot. I knew that was going to come out. I saw it earlier and I was like, I just have a feeling. And the Magician. Whoa. Okay. 2 major arcana here. Very strong energy of forward movement, of discipline, and of creation. You are, with growth, that makes sense. You are going to be feeling, and when I say hard work, I don't mean like hard work, like grueling labor. I mean like the kind of hard work that you enjoy. The kind of hard work that it challenges you in a way that brings you excitement. Discipline is going to be a big theme here, but you're going to want to be disciplined. That's the energy I really get. Is this really strong, like, I'm going to work hard, I'm going to see the fruits of my labor, and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to love the magic of discipline. I'm going to love the magic of, I'm going to manifest, and I'm going to manifest not just through writing it down or through saying it out loud, but also through my actions. And I'm going to stick to it even when things, get a little bit, even over like, choppy waters. I'm going to stick to it because I truly believe in myself. I know myself and I know what I'm capable of. And I'm excited to see all of my hard work come to fruition. I'm excited for it. And not just that, but I'm excited for the process. That's the energy I get that you're really welcoming in this year. Woo, powerful stuff. Okay, what's the main challenge here? What's the main challenge this year? I have a feeling I know what the main challenge is. We'll see. The Tower, okay. A lot of major arcana already. Clarify. Interesting, 4 of Wands. The other group got 4 of Wands too. In the same, this for main challenges too. Let's clarify both of those cards, please. Clarify the Tower for a main challenge. 9 of Wands, 9 of Inspiration, and clarify 4 of Wands. What I'm getting before I even keep going is that a lot of structures, okay, I don't even think I need more cards actually. A lot of the structures that you've built in the past will be falling. Either you've built or you've been a part of, like, within. I think they're going to be, falling. And this makes sense for the energy of, honestly, this year, just thinking about the way that the world is going, not to get too far into it, but I think a lot of these structures that we know are comfortable in, even if there's like a moth right outside my window. Even if we don't particularly like the structures, but we are comfortable in them, even if they're not good for us, we know them well. A lot of those are going to be falling, and it has nothing to do with anything you're going to be doing. But these are things that you're used to with the Nine of Inspiration, working really hard at, pushing at. And I think this challenge is going to be for you to, I think it's just going to be new. It's just going to be things falling apart around you is going to just present a challenge, naturally. Like, these are things you've invested in perhaps for a long time. And so if you're not detached from them, and I think we'll get into the advice in a second, but I think if you are overly attached to them, it'll be, you'll, it'll impact you kind of, it might hit you kind of hard. If you spent a lot of time dedicated to these things, like for example, say, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but say, you go to this is actually a good example. Say you've gone to a school like university for a long time, and you worked really hard at this university, and then they become, like they lose their accreditation. It has nothing to do with you. You did nothing wrong. You worked really hard and you learned a lot of new stuff, but now the structure has crumbled, and it does impact you. It does have an impact on your life. Um yeah, so let's see what the advice is here. I will say before I keep going, because you're manifesting, I think what you need to remember, and let's look at the advice as I'm talking. What you need to remember is to remain. Do I want to take that card? Oh no, something else. I don't want to take that. I want to wait. Sorry, y'all. Remain focused on your goals, on what it is that you want to do. Because with the Chariot and the Magician, whatever structures are falling, you didn't need them anyways. You have something much more powerful, that you're creating and building towards than anything else. And so what I think your advice is going to be, and we'll see, is to remain focused on your goals. We have Six of Baskets. Remain focused on the things that bring you joy, on the things that you're building, that you are building, like almost from ground up or with your community. But like, and the Two of Baskets, interesting. Your strength is also going to be your relationships, romantic or otherwise, romantic, platonic. I almost expect to see 10 of Baskets here. Let's clarify. Six of Baskets and Two of Baskets, please. We have the Fool and the Sun. Okay, absolutely. Okay. Joy is your strength. Joy with your community, within your relationships, in your one-on-one relationships, as well as in your larger community. This is a strong sense of like, there's a strong sense of like, and building from a point, being excited about the new things you're building. Instead of focusing so hard on what's crumbling, focusing really, really intently on what's being built and who you're building it with. And with Six of Baskets and the Sun, I would say who you're building it for, not just for yourself, but for the children in your community and the children to come. Children might be personally significant to you, but if not, I would just gently remind you that we all are impacted by children, and children impact all of us. Wait, we are all impacted by children, and children are all impacted by us, whether we like it or not. And so whatever it is you're building, you're not just building it for yourself, you're building it for generations to come. And this, a lot of people, I think, maybe thinking about this Tower moment as like something to be anxious about, instead of looking at it as the Fool. Because things are crumbling, we have the opportunity to build something so much better in its place. We absolutely have that opportunity. And so really focus on that. And again, to focus on the joy of the people that you're around, and spreading that joy, spreading that light, remember, I watched this TikTok recently that said, like, joy, if you're joyful, it impacts you 3 degrees of separation away from you, whereas sadness stays relatively cocooned within, like, I think it impacts like 1 degree of separation away from you or something like that. But joy spreads wide and far. So spreading your joy has like this exponential impact. Really basing your bringing the joy that you're experiencing to others will really, really build something. Can have, oh my gosh, the moth is in here. LOL, I thought it was outside. That's crazy. It'll really have a beautiful impact, not just on you, but on the people around you. Okay, let's see. Is this your main strength or your main advice? That was your main strength, and I think I said advice, but let's see what your main advice is. With Six of Baskets, I think these are obviously connected. Let's see what your main advice is. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, you have a lot of major arcana. And the Daughter of Knives. Be brave is the first thing I want to say. Be courageous. Move forward like you know what you're talking about. Because you do. Whatever it is you're building, you have divine timing on your side. You have, like, the Wheel of Fortune, I just get the sense that things are turning in your favor. You have divine timing. You have and your internal timing, it's all on your side right now. This is with growth also. It's springtime. It's time for you to grow. This is a good time for you to do what you're doing. You have everything you need. Don't be afraid. This is the time to be so courageous, and to move forward like you know, like, I just, like, you're supposed to be doing this because you are supposed to be doing this. You are supposed to be doing what you're doing. You're in the right place, creating what is meant to be created, not just for yourself and for your life, but for the lives of those around you. You have an awesome responsibility, and the responsibility is to be true to yourself. You can absolutely do that. And let's see, where will you be at the end of this year? Where will you be at the end of this year? Ooh. Sorry, I'm not taking those. I just want to see what they were. Where will this group be at the end of this year? Son of Knives, Hanged Man. That's interesting. Those are like almost opposite energies. Clarify Son of Knives and the Hanged Man, please. Ace of Materials. What is happening? Good card, but like. The Hanged Muse again. Okay. At this point, by the end of the year, I would say you will have mastered surrender. Let's read Son of Knives and let's read a little bit. Am I out of time now? Okay. Okay. Something about being teachable by the end of this year. Something about you knowing when to move. You'll be, I think, an expert at knowing when to move, when to speak, and when to listen, when to grow, when to plant, when to, again, when to wait and see. I think you'll have a really good handle on feeling out a situation. I think your intuition will have grown exponentially by this point. I think you'll be really, really good at knowing when to move, when to be still, when to talk, when to listen. I already said this, what seeds to plant and where to plant them and who to plant them with. And you'll have already planted a seed that will, and I have no card saying this is just my intuition. You will have planted a seed by the end of this year that will grow into structures that will last for years and generations to come. And I think part of what the Hanged Man is saying is that you'll have accepted that you probably won't see the fruits of all that you've planted because of how long lasting the impact that you'll have will be, which is really beautiful, honestly. I actually really love that. Okay, let's read Growth with Eostre or Eostre, and then we'll I am the movement towards becoming, expanding, enhancing, the impulse deep within all being to develop, evolve, press onward, to fulfill all that is possible. This is just a huge year for you to grow, to develop, to build, to create, and to know yourself. And this didn't come out. I do want to say, remind yourself to rest as well. Don't be so focused on building that you forget to sleep. Don't just remember that. Keep that in mind. But I think that you honestly know that already. Um, I don't know why. I just have that feeling. Um, yeah, great energy. I don't really have much to say. I feel like this is pretty simple, pretty clear, really cool. Excited to see what you guys are building. And honored that we came across this video and with you have such with I don't know, you just seem to be building something really beautiful and really cool. So I'm really excited to see and really grateful that you took the time to listen. So thank you so much. I hope you have a great new year, a great Nowruz, a great everything. Great rest of your day or night whenever you watch this. And yeah, if you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Um, and even book a personal reading if you feel called to by DMing my Instagram at satya.reads, SATIYA.READS. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. I know I already said that a billion times.